Hi friends, how's it going? It's me, Betty Jean. We are officially moving into the Burr month, September, October, November, December, the best time of year, in my humble opinion. Spooky season is creeping upon us, and then it's gonna be the holidays, and it's just all the good cozy vibes, and I just am never happier than in this time of year. And to kick it off, it's gonna be a monthly favorites video today. I am here to talk about all of my favorite things that I discovered in the previous month. So all of the fun things I discovered in August, I'm gonna talk about with you today. I have some makeup, fragrance, shirts, a favorite book, a game, a couple movies actually, a show. I have some fun things to talk about and we're just gonna hop into it. But before we do, I did of course film this look. It should already be up on my Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube shorts by the time this video goes up. As far as my accessories today go, this is a necklace from Suki Blade and these earrings are from a local seller in Montana called Pokies & Co. So yeah, without further ado, let's just hop right into my favorites from August. Let's start with makeup first, and we'll just kind of go in the order that I do my makeup. I don't really have anything complexion-wise, but I do have a cheek product, and it is the Dede Rune and Andromeda collab highlighter. It's in the shade Opal. Look how pretty this is. I just can't even tell you. It is so gorgeous. I'm actually wearing it on my cheekbones today as well. But Dede Rune has beautiful highlighters, and this shade Opal is just so unbelievably pretty. It's like a sheer, like very translucent highlighter, but then the sparkle that goes through it is very like iridescent, multicolored, very much reflects the colors that you would see in an opal. It is so beautiful. Moving into eyeshadow palettes, I actually have quite a lot of eyeshadow palettes that I have tried and enjoyed over the last month, but for the sake of not being like overly redundant and repetitive, I'm just gonna talk about my top three. First being the one I'm wearing right now, it's the Broken Jewels from Dede Signature. I love this. I love this so incredibly much. It's just such a beautiful color story. All these different tones. It's so rich and moody and jewel toned, but there's still so many pops of color, beautiful shimmers. The formulas are so good in this. It's so aesthetically pleasing. I am all about this. It is absolutely stunning. Next is also from the Dede Rune and Andromeda collab. This is the Magnetic Mineralia palette, and it is stunning. I love this. They knocked it out of the park. I love this kind of muted purple, pops of chartreuse, cool tone sort of vibe. The shimmers are incredible. I just love this. They knocked it out of the park with this. Andromeda is such a cool creator, and I just think both the creator and the brand just did such an amazing job making this happen. It's just absolutely perfect. I can't get enough. Definitely my favorite palette Dede Rune has ever done. And last but certainly not least is the new Witch City Salem palette from Nomad Cosmetics. Their spooky season palettes are always just top tier, so good. And this is absolutely incredible. It is so classic, quintessential Halloween. To me, it gives Sanderson sisters. I love this. I have so much love for this palette. It is absolute perfection. Just Halloween explosion, and I love to see it. I love all the nods to Salem and the witches. It's just so cool. Such a cool palette. And last for makeup, getting into some lips. Unearthly recently launched new lip pencil shades. I think it was 5 total that they came out with, but 4 of them in particular are ones that I have been basically wearing nonstop. They're just such pretty shades, very like browny mauvey tones. The 5th one is like a very bright red, which is cool. It's just not one that I've been reaching for right now. But these shades I have been reaching for again and again. So we have this one, Doom. It's like a really dark brown, like it's almost teetering on black, but it's just a really dark brown. Reap is such a pretty like warm, almost like a dark, warm mauve shade. It's so pretty. Like it has a little bit of a brownness to it, but it's still kind of with that mauve family. Smoke is so pretty. Just like a very classic mauve shade. And then Foggy is like a little bit lighter and a little bit pinkier, but those colors are just so good. I already adore Unearthly's lip pencils. I'm wearing the shade Villain with a different lipstick right now. And them coming out with more shades was just perfect, just perfect. And last lip products, also from Unearthly. These are from the Courtney Quarantine collab. These are the Menacing Cream lipsticks, and they are so good. This is such a good collection, such a perfect collaboration. I literally cannot get enough of these. I wear them so often. I'm wearing one of them right now. The one I'm wearing right now is called Lure. It's like this very pretty, like bluish gray. It's just, oh, so good. So, so good. I feel like if you wear it very much by itself, it's gonna teeter on that very blue slate sort of color. But like I wore it very much paired with a black lip pencil. I feel like it pulls a lot more gray. It really is transformative depending on how you use it. This one is Secrets. I've worn this so many times already. Definitely my favorite. It's such a special, like cooler toned nudie shade without it being too light. It's not too pale and it's also not too cool. It's just so good. It's very, very special. And last is Eternal, this really pretty kind of darker, vampy, like bricky, brownish red. So pretty. But these three are just such cool colors. Such cool colors. I love them. Moving into fragrance, Rare Beauty had sent over the new fragrance and it is so good. I can be a little bit picky with fragrances. I feel like, I don't know, when things are too warm or too musky, or there's just certain things that I don't like and I don't feel like jive with my body chemistry, but this is lovely. It is so good. I'm very, very bad at describing scents, but to me, it's very like, I don't know, it has sweetness to it and it has warmth to it, but not in an overwhelming way. I feel like it still manages to be a little bit lighter, but still have those warmer elements. Actually, you know what I'm gonna do because I'm the worst at describing scents? I'm gonna look up exactly what the notes are because that might mean something to you. It doesn't really mean anything to me because I'm bad at scents anyways. I either like it or I don't. Okay, it's a warm and spicy fragrance family. The scent type is warm and sweet gourmands. And the key notes are caramel, vanilla, and sandalwood. Yes, just yummy. It's decadent, but again, it's not too overwhelming. I feel like sometimes when things are too sweet and too warm, it can be just like almost too much. It's like sickly, but this one doesn't feel like it's suffocating me. I feel like it manages to have those like scent profiles without it being too much. So that's as good as I got as far as describing scents. Moving into some clothes, I wanted to shout out the recent shirts I picked up from Book Babe Designs. I love Book Babe Design shirts. If you're not following her on Instagram and you like bookish merch, highly recommend following her and keeping up with her drops because she just creates the coolest designs. She recently came out with a few spooky season designs. I did not pick all of them up, but I did pick up 4 of them and I really, really like them. The shirts that she uses are Comfort Colors brand, which is my favorite brand of t-shirt. They feel very like worn, kind of vintagey. They're so comfortable. They're like the perfect like relaxed loose fit and it's so good. It's so good. So this is one of them. The Cozy Nights Book Club has the little ghosties in a pumpkin patch reading books. I just love it. I just love it. I also have these other 3. We have this shirt right here. Welcome to the Midnight Witches and Books Brewing Festival. Used books, potions, and cat adoptions. I love the little kitty sitting on the chair here. I like this black and white sort of vibe. It's so cool. And then on the back it says support your local coven. This one is so precious. It's like a ghostie taking a bubble bath, reading a book. We have a duck, we have a cat, we have candles. It's so cute. And last is this one. Join us at Bloody Book Club. Mandatory blood donations every meeting. Safety concerns. Beware of vampire bites. I just love them. I think these colors are cool. I think the designs are cool. I wear these t-shirts so often, probably at least 4 days out of the week. I have so many of her shirts. I probably have at least, oh my gosh, I probably have at least 15 to 20 of her designs at this point. I adore her. I adore her art. I adore her themes. And I just had to shout them out because they don't stick around forever. She usually keeps her drops up for usually a few weeks to a month. So I will have her site down below. I'm sure between her Instagram and the website, there'll be some detail about when this drop will finish, but she usually keeps them up for a while and then she'll kind of pause it to move on to the next in a future drop. Sometimes she brings things back again if they were popular, but yeah, this is the current drop and I just wanted to shout it out because I love her designs. Okay, time to shout out my favorite book of the month. This was Semi-Well Adjusted Despite Literally Everything by Allison Stoner. I loved this book. This is Allison Stoner's memoir. I actually listened to it on audio because Allison narrates their own book and I just feel like there's something really special and powerful about hearing like a memoir through the author's own words, you know? And I mean, there were definitely hard topics in this book. It's very much about being a child star, growing up kind of in that spotlight, growing up under that feeling of ultra perfectionism and trying to strive for these ideals to suit other people's narratives. There's definitely talks of different forms of abuse throughout the book and also body image and disordered eating sort of things. So it can be very triggering depending on where you're at in your headspace, but it was so beautifully written. I loved listening to Allison just narrate the book. I feel like I could have listened to this book for 4 times as long. I feel like I was just so sucked in and so engulfed in it, and I just thought it was so well done. It's kind of hard to rate a memoir because it's such a personal story, but I was just so captivated by the words that were being like said in this story. So I did give it 5 stars. It was just such a wonderful book. I don't even read that many memoirs, but I really enjoyed this one. Actually, so far I've only read 2, Jeanette McCurdy's and Allison Stoner's. Highly recommend both, specifically the audios for both. Okay, I have a game. Tiny Bookshop is the cutest game ever. It came out recently. It's available on Steam and on Switch. We personally bought it for Steam and we just played it on Zane's Steam Deck to cast to the TV, so I could still have the handheld option, but we did Steam in case I wanted to play on a computer. I never did, so a Switch probably would have been fine, but that's where I got it specifically. But it is so cute. Basically, your character is just yourself. There's not a personification of like what your character is. It's literally just you. You go into this town, you just moved here, you have a little book trailer connected to the back of your car, and basically each day you're going to different locations in this town and selling your little books to all the little people who live in the town. There's reoccurring characters that pop in and out throughout the course of the story. There is a bit of a storyline going on, which it actually went by longer than I expected. I have beat the official storyline. There's still a few achievements that I haven't finished yet, but the overall storyline I did finish, and it took a lot longer than I expected. I expected it to be a much quicker game, but very cozy, very low pressure. Like you could even just not even follow the storyline if you didn't want to and just simply go to different locations and sell books. Depending on the location, the patrons prefer certain types of book over others. Like on the beach, for instance, I'm pretty sure their favorite thing was fantasy and crime. So you want to make sure your shelves are really stocked with fantasy and crime. But then if you go to the cafe, they really like classics. So you want to make sure a lot of classics are stocked. It's full of real books. So sometimes the people who come into your shop will ask for recommendations and they'll be like, I want a classic and I want it to be written by a woman and I want it to be a long read. So you go through all your books and recommend the one you think might be the best fit. It's just so cute, so cozy, so quirky, and just fun and precious, and I adore it. It is so fun. I will say I don't know how replayable this game would be for me. Like once I finished getting the last of these achievements, I don't know how often I will go back to this game, but it's given me a lot of joy, and it was a really fun treat over the month of August. A couple movies that Zane and I really enjoyed seeing in the theater this past month. Weapons was so good. Definitely a super fun kind of horror film. It had suspense and mystery and creepiness and stuff like that. It's basically, I feel like I'm not going to say too much because it's better to go in pretty blind with this, but essentially just the stuff that you find out in the very first beginning part of the movie is one day at school, all of the kids except one kid in the specific classroom went missing. All the camera footage from everyone's like Ring doorbells and stuff like that, it just shows all the kids leaving their houses at the exact same time in the middle of the night and just being drawn. And they just run away, never to be seen again. So throughout the movie, we're just kind of navigating what happened to these kids? What is going on? This is weird. This is kooky. What is happening? It was also fun because there's different perspectives happening throughout the movie, so it kept it super interesting. I just loved it. It was such a blast. It was such a great one. And then on a complete opposite note, Freakier Friday was so good. I adore Lindsay Lohan and Jamie Lee Curtis with every fiber of my being. I'm so happy to see Lindsay Lohan just really back at it and doing her thing again. It's just brought me so much joy over the last couple of years. But seeing them together again doing a very late sequel to this movie was just so fun. And it was still that same premise of the Freaky Friday situation happening, but this time Lindsay Lohan is the mom. She is about to get married. We're fusing households, so there's 2 daughters, her daughter and then her future stepdaughter. So the 2 girls, Lindsay Lohan's character and Jamie Lee Curtis's character, they all get Freaky Friday'd. So we're switching between 4 people. It was so fun. So many cameos from the previous film, callbacks to other Lindsay Lohan things as well. It was just so great. I was cracking up. I thought it was so funny and just lighthearted, and it was just such a good time. Just like a fun, good time. I was so thrilled with it. And last but not least, a TV show. Finally getting around to watching Dexter: Original Sin. It came out earlier this year. It's like more of a prequel to Dexter, back when Dexter's more of like a young adult. He's kind of learning the code under Harry. If you don't know what Dexter is, he's basically a serial killer who kills people who deserve it. Other serial killers, things like that. He's trying to like put his murdery passions toward good. So this is kind of more of a backstory of like him really getting started in this, him navigating basically killing people the correct way, so to speak. It's been such a good show. I know that it got renewed and then canceled. So, I mean, I would watch anything under this universe. So I would have been happy to have more seasons of this show, but I'm also not terribly surprised that it only ended up being one season because there's also only so much you can do with a prequel. You know, there's also literally a whole other show that takes place after this prequel happens. And Dexter Resurrection, I believe, just started, which I need to start soon as well. I'm very excited for that one. That's just giving us more stuff way in the future after everything else has already happened, and I'm really excited. I've been hearing really great things, but the casting for this prequel show is so on point. I don't know how they found all these people, but they're perfect, especially like the guy that plays young Dexter. He's literally so perfect. I don't know how they found this guy. So yeah, I've been sitting here yapping for a very long time. I hope you enjoyed. I had so many fun things to share with you, and I'm just really excited to get into September and October and all the Burr months. I don't want to skip through them. I really want to try to live in the moment, enjoy each day. I'm so stoked. I'm so stoked. There's going to be so many fun things awaiting, and I'm so pumped. I'm so pumped. But I would love to hear your thoughts. What are some of the things that stood out to you in the month of August, whether it's like makeup, food, skincare, something you did? Let me know. Let me know what your favorites were. If you made it to the end of this video, leave your current favorite emoji. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. It helps my channel out a lot. And if you're not already, you can follow me over on Instagram and TikTok. I'm BATTYBEAN over there. And you can also subscribe if you want to see more videos. You're also welcome to hop over to my second channel linked in my description box if you want additional content. And also in my description box is a link to my channel memberships. There's a couple different tiers with a couple different perks, and I would love to have you. If you enjoyed this video and want to keep watching, I'll pop a similar one on the screen. Thank you so much for being here, and I will catch you in the next one.